Today we're going to talk about a different way to represent linear equations or linear functions. It is called point-slope form. Previously to this point, we have looked at standard form, which is ax plus by is equal to c. We also know slope-intercept form. Which is y is equal to mx plus b, where m is the slope, and b is the y-intercept. Point-slope form is a different way to represent a line. It is specifically a point and the slope. It's right there in the name. The generic form is y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. Notice the parentheses, where m is the slope, and x1 minus y1 is any point on the line. Instead of x1 minus y1, let's go ahead and rewrite that as a ordered pair. That'll make a little bit more sense, I think. All right. So if we want to find the line that goes the point -1, -2 with the slope 4/3, we simply plug it into point-slope form, and that's basically it. So we have our x1 and our y1 and our generic form, so it'll be y minus -2 is equal to 4/3 x minus -1, which is y plus 2 is equal to 4/3 x plus 1. I just turned the subtracting a negative into positives. And then that's it. That is the equation to the line. If you wanted to make this equal to slope-intercept form, you could simply solve for y. Now sometimes they'll give you points, but they won't necessarily give you the slope. So for example, if we had the points 2, 4, and 4, 8, and we wanted to find the slope that goes through those lines, we would have to use the average rate of change formula. Which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, or the change in y over the change in x, which is all to say the same thing as rise over run. It's all related to each other. So let's go ahead and look at our points. We'll label this one x1 and y1 and x2 and y2. I just labeled those points that. Could you flip them? Totally. I just happened to pick that the one on the left would be x1, y1, and the one on the right would be x2, y2. But you could flip them and you would get the same result. So let's go ahead. All from there, we just plug it into our formula. 8 minus 4 over 4 minus 2 is going to be 4/2, which is the same thing as 4 divided by 2, which is 2. So there we go. There's our slope. And we can plug that into our generic formula. y minus y1 is equal to m x minus x1. Our slope is 2. From there, we can plug it in with some of our values from one of our points. Either point will do. I think I'll pick this point on the right, because the reason I pick that is because 2 is our slope, and I don't want it to be confused with the 2 and the x1, but you could do the other point as well, and that would give you the same results. Y minus 8 is equal to 2 x minus 4. There we go. There's our answer. We could take the time, add over the 8, and to convert this into slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b if you wanted to. But so far as I'm concerned, that is a complete answer. As always, let me know if you've got additional questions.